Yo, what's poppin', people? Your boy Snacks is back. And you want to talk? Let's talk prime. Let's get the party started. Cause y'all know what we doing? Do y'all actually know what we doing today? We talking prime and the Colorado Buffaloes, and we sending shots all day long to anybody that want it. So let's get this party started. Welcome back. So what we want to do is talk prime. Because everybody, there's only two ways to rock on this. Either you love prime or you hate prime. Either you support Colorado or you want to see Colorado fall. But let me take y'all back to when I was a short in the beginning, when I know what I know about prime. Because see, what you don't know is I was in some of those places that prime was in back in Atlanta when he got drafted. 1990s was a hell of a time. There was a lot of stuff going on, a lot of dope being sold, a lot of things going on in Atlanta. And Atlanta was the city to be in at all times, because Atlanta was growing in the 90s like wildfire. Atlanta also hosted the Freaknik in the 90s, which is one of the biggest parties that the city of Atlanta has ever seen for many years. And you'll never duplicate that no matter what you do. And I was a part of all of that. But yet and still, I was a young man doing my thing. But when Prime got to Atlanta, Prime brought something new and historical to Atlanta. People don't know, and most of y'all don't know, that Prime is the reason that Magic City is what it is. And you can ask Magic till this day, he'll tell you. If it wasn't for Prime, Magic wouldn't be nowhere near what Magic City is right now. And a lot of y'all old heads remember the Gold Club. But Magic City would not be Magic City without Prime and Hammer. Because Prime started all that. What y'all don't know was Magic City was just a hole in the wall with a couple of strippers when I first started going there. And I was sitting in there, chilling, tipping, drinking, underage like a mug, ain't had no business in there. But I know a few people, and I did a few things back in my younger day. I was the man. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. Back in them days, I moved real quiet, stayed to myself, had a big crew, did my thing. But I led a swath of people, and we was doing things. Numbers, I mean big numbers, but that's neither here nor there. But needless to say, I was in those places that Prime was in, 112, places like that, Neeks, all those places, the underground, just hanging out. And I would just be in the back, in the cut with my squad, underage, doing my thing. But yet and still, people don't understand why people hate Prime. Because when Prime first got to the league, well, before Prime got to the league, Prime was boisterous, braggadocious. He was just a man that exuded a lot of confidence like myself. That's why I dig Prime right now. I dug Prime then. I had all the Prime stuff, the shoes, the hats, But what y'all don't understand, that slogan, I believe, Prime was wearing that slogan on his bandana when he played for the Falcons. See, these are the things that you don't know. Prime started this evolution of celebrities on the sideline with him and Hammer. Hammer coming to the games on the sideline of playoff games Prime being in MC Hammer videos. And people did not like the way Prime did his thing. A lot of us loved it. If you from where I'm from, we loved all that swag, all that jewelry, doing this thing, riding top down, come down Peachtree and park in the middle of the street and go in the store and chill for 10 minutes and do his thing and come back out. Yeah, I saw all that. I was there. I was hanging out. But what people don't understand is Prime was a lot of upper middle class and rich people's worst nightmare. Because Prime gave the youth power. Prime gave a culture power. See, but in that era, that was Prime in football, Michael Jordan in basketball, and people of color, were starting to come up in the world. People of color starting to move to Buckhead. I'm a young man, Birmingham, Alabama. You see it. You see it on my shirt, on my mama, on my hood. Straight out of it. Was raised on both sides of the tracks. I am very intelligent, very educated, but I did my thing when I did my thing. You know what I'm saying? I was out in them streets for real. But what Prime brought to our community was hope and desire. Because when you played sports back then, you were taught to act like you've been there. Prime was the Muhammad Ali of his time. Prime showed up and showed out. And he talked that talk and he walked that walk when he did it. So when Prime was in Atlanta, he set the city on fire because he was playing the game, actually playing both games. He was playing the game, but he also found the time to contribute to the neighborhoods. Prime would ride through the hood and stop and hang out and play stickball or throw the football or throw the baseball and just hang out with the people. Prime was with the people. Look at me. I'm sitting. Matter of fact, I'm coming from Charlie Brown Airport. Dropping. Coming back through the hood. I'm parked, chilling, talking to my boys. And Prime pull up out of nowhere. Just strolling through the hood. He stops and gives people his time. That's why people love Prime so much. Back in the day, if you were a person in the hood or hanging out, liking rap music, hanging with the dope boys, and doing, Prime was your man. Prime and Michael Jordan, Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson, probably Patrick Ewing, and a few other people that was playing football, Andre Rison, and people of that nature were your people. And the white people didn't understand who Prime was. And they hated Prime for that. And then when he dumped that water on Tim McCarver, that made it 10 times worse. Until this day, people hate Prime for that. And that alone. Tim McCarver was a prominent sports guy. Tim McCarver played baseball, won a World Series. But for Prime to treat their hometown dude like that, that's why people still hate Prime. When Prime was in San Francisco, came back to Atlanta after they built the Georgia Dome and they won, you know what Prime told them? This is my house. I built this house. And he wasn't lying. Because before Prime, the Falcons' attendance was desolate. After Prime, they was full every week. Home games sold out. Home games sold out. Prime turned Atlanta into a Mecca. While Atlanta was already turning into a Mecca. Prime added fuel to the fire with that swagger, with that bravado, with that confidence, with everything he had. It gave little black boys and little black girls the dream of I can do that. I can be him. All these people you see going into the end zone with all that swag, that's all Prime. Because before Prime, wasn't nobody showing out. Wasn't nobody high stepping to the end zone. Wasn't nobody doing hammer in the end zone. Hammer wasn't on the sideline and wasn't nobody dancing. It was score a touchdown, get a ball to the referee, and go about your business. So everything you see from now on, from that point forward, is Prime. Prime has been a change agent all of his life, is what you have to understand. Prime has changed the game everywhere he went. When he got to the NFL, he changed how much the DBs make. He changed how things were done, how the rules changed. Everywhere he's gone, he's made an imprint. He's changed the way things operate. And now that he's at Colorado, he's leading the charge once again. College football had already changed right when Prime got into it at Jackson State. Even the people at Jackson State, some of them hate Prime. You know why? For no reason. Because they don't understand the story. Because they believe Prime was going to be Eddie Robinson and stay in HBCU football for 100 years. When he never made that promise. He said he was going to help change, and he did. But he didn't get what he deserved on the back end. And when you're not appreciated, and when people don't approve of the things that you asked for, when all you've done is brought about change, it's time to go. Now he's at Colorado. He's appreciated. That's why he's not going to leave. Prime is a man of his word. He signed a 5-year contract. And I believe with all my heart that he's going to do all 5 of those years. If no more, he will do all 5 of those years. But what I'm trying to tell you is, I was there for the Prime era. I watched it. I watched it happen. I watched it take place. In some instances, I was in the same room. I was in the same building. I was on the same block. I was in the same lane. I went to a shit ton of Atlanta Falcons game when Prime was playing. Because it wasn't nothing but a 2-hour drive for me. It was easy. Because I was an athlete, but I told basketball guy, but I tore both of my ACLs. My career was done. So I came back home to do what I'm supposed to do. Grind. Get paid. That's why I live good now. But what y'all don't understand, you youngins don't understand what Prime has brought to sports, entertainment, even the NFL network. Everything Prime touches gets better. And his track record speaks for itself. I got plenty of history to tell you about Prime. Prime is the man. Whether you hate Prime or you love Prime, Prime is going to give you his word. He's going to tell you what he's going to do, and he's going to do it. Everybody's mad at Prime for nothing because of a tweet. They was mad at him last year when you asked the question, well, what about the offensive line? What are you going to do about that? He said, I'm going to change it. I'm going to get some new people. So this year, when everybody started transferring out, y'all like, what's going on? Why all these players? He told you what he was going to do. He has told you what he was going to do every step of the way, and you refuse to believe it. Those players in that article, and most of these players in football, are not used to coaches being honest with them. A lot of them are used to being lied to. Very much lied to. Yeah, that's shots fired. That is shots fired. But if you listen to the man, just listen to what he say. He's telling you what he's going to do every step of the way. And if these players that's in that article, y'all felt like something was wrong, or y'all were treated unfairly, you wasn't treated unfairly more than likely. You were just not used to being taught to that way. The same way I talk to my kids. I tell them the truth. I tell them straight up. Because you can't feed these children soft stories. Because this world is cruel and it will eat them up once they're out there. And all Prime is doing is hitting y'all with the truth. Just understand that and know that the man is authentic in what he says. And he real. And if you can't handle the truth, then get from around him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if you can't handle the truth, get from around him. Do that. It is what it is. But anyway, man, I got some more. I'm going to hit y'all with another soft story about Prime in Colorado and how things came to be. But I just wanted to drop that insight from my perspective. Because in the 90s, during the dope era, during the Freaknik era, during all of the Prime era, I was there in the background, chilling. I ain't never been one to make no noise because I don't want that shine. Check my YouTube. I've been doing YouTube for a long time. But I ain't never been one to make no noise. I just do the business and get out the way. Because unlike Prime, I want to be able to go outside. I want to be able to take my kids to the store and do those things. But anyway, man, it's a long ass video. We out. Y'all have a good day. We love y'all. Peace.